Hey guys, tonight we're venturing far beyond the familiar, past the comforting blue of our own world, to a place that has captured humanity's imagination for centuries. We're talking about Mars, the red planet. Maybe turn on a fan for that soft background hum, and let's ease into tonight's cosmic journey together. So, welcome to Mars, often romanticized as humanity's next great home, a barren but beautiful frontier. But forget the science fiction movies. Forget the hopeful documentaries. Everything you know about survival on Earth is utterly, fatally useless here. Tonight, we're going to peel back the layers of Martian mystique and settle into the unvarnished, profoundly uncomfortable truth. You see, the reality is, if you woke up tomorrow, right now, just as you are, on the surface of Mars, you wouldn't survive a single day. In fact, you likely wouldn't survive more than a few minutes. Before you get comfortable, take a moment to like the video and subscribe, but only if you genuinely enjoy what I do here. And let me know in the comments where you're retuning in from and what time it is for you. It's always fascinating to see who's joining us from around the world. Now, dim the lights. Congratulations, you've just woken up on the surface of Mars. The good news, you're alive. For now, the bad news. Everything you know about survival on Earth is utterly, fatally useless here. The very first thing you'd feel, though you wouldn't have time to process it, is an extraordinary pressure difference, or rather, the profound lack of pressure. Earth's atmosphere presses down on us with about 14.7 pounds per square inch at sea level. Mars, a mere 0.095 pounds per square inch. It's essentially a vacuum. This isn't just an inconvenience, it's an immediate, violent assault on your body. Your blood, your bodily fluids, would begin to boil almost instantly inside your veins, even at body temperature. It's a process called ebullition. Your skin and tissues would swell, bloating your body in a grotesque, painful way. Your lungs would collapse. Not a pretty way to go, and it would start before you could even draw a single, desperate breath. Within seconds, your consciousness would fade into the profound, suffocating void. But let's imagine, for a moment, that you were suddenly encased in a magical, perfectly sealed spacesuit. One that instantly adapted to the Martian environment, keeping you at Earth normal pressure. This suit, a technological miracle, would be your only shield, a fragile, thin skin separating you from an environment that actively seeks your demise. Even then, your day would be an existential nightmare. Every breath, every movement, every fleeting thought would be a testament to your utter dependence on a few millimeters of composite, fabric, and perfectly functioning machinery. Let's talk about the air, or, more accurately, the absence of breathable air that your miraculous suit now allows you to perceive as a threat, rather than an immediate death sentence. Mars's atmosphere is about 95% carbon dioxide, with traces of nitrogen and argon. Oxygen, the lifeblood of Earth, makes up less than 0.2%. If, by some impossible accident, your helmet seal broke, or you ripped off your helmet, your lungs would reflexively try to draw in a breath, okay? But instead of life-giving oxygen, you'd inhale a chemical cocktail that would violently burn your lungs, overwhelm your bloodstream with carbon dioxide, and cause you to lose consciousness in mere seconds. Your body would simply shut down, suffocated by the very air around you. The silence outside your suit would be absolute broken only by the faint hiss of your failing life support or the frantic pounding of your own heart in your ears as it tried to compensate for the sudden, impossible lack of oxygen. Then there's the temperature. Oh, the temperature. While Mars can reach a balmy 20 degrees Celsius at the equator during summer noons. That's an extreme exception, a brief flirtation with warmth. The average temperature across the planet hovers around -63 degrees Celsius, coats everything in a fine, pervasive, reddish-brown layer, like a perpetual, toxic snowfall. But this isn't just any dust. It's incredibly fine, like talcum powder, yet also highly abrasive, like tiny shards of of glass. No other living thing in sight, save for perhaps the distant, silent rovers, lifeless machines. There are no birdsong, no rustling leaves, no comforting hum of insects, no distant human chatter, no rain falling, no ocean waves. The sky here is a perpetual butterscotch hue, tinted by the ever-present dust. Your suits, life support, your power source, your communication systems, your mobility, your heating, your cooling, all of it is vulnerable. On Earth, these are inconveniences. On Mars, with no medical facilities, no immediate rescue, no fresh supplies, they are potential death sentences. A fever, a stomach bug, or a broken bone would isolate you further, consuming precious resources and rendering you helpless. A tiny leak in a seal, a faulty sensor, a short circuit from dust, a tear from a sharp rock. You wouldn't survive a single day. You'd likely not survive a single minute. The red planet, in its magnificent desolation, remains a stark reminder that while the cosmos is vast and beautiful, it is also utterly indifferent to human life. It demands respect, and above all, it demands preparation on a scale that few truly grasp. Without it, you are merely a fleeting shadow in the unforgiving red dust, a transient thought in the profound Martian silence. Any single failure could be catastrophic, turning your life-sustaining bubble into a tomb. The gentle hum of Earth's atmosphere, the warmth of its sun, the comforting sounds of life all around you. The ability to simply breathe, to feel the wind on your face, to drink directly from a stream, to see a vibrant blue sky. These are luxuries that Mars, in its silent, cold beauty, can never offer. And they are luxuries we often take for granted. On Earth, you call for help. On Mars, you are your own last line of defense, with limited tools and even more limited time to fix a critical issue before your environment claims you. Sunsets are an ethereal, haunting blue, a stark reversal of Earth's fiery reds and oranges. There are no familiar stars twinkling with the intensity you know from home as the dust scatters their light. There are no clouds to watch drift by, no rain, no lightning, no rainbows. The landscape itself offers no comfort. Vast, cratered plains stretch to the horizon, broken by ancient volcanoes and immense canyons, but no natural caves or shelters. You would be utterly exposed to the elements, always. Just the faint, thin whisper of the Martian wind, a sound so alien it would barely register, or more likely, profound, absolute silence. The psychological toll of such isolation, the crushing realization of your utter insignificance against the vast, indifferent void of space, would be immense. No one to call for help, no immediate rescue possible for months, even years. The knowledge that you are truly, irrevocably alone on a dead world, billions of miles from any familiar comfort, would be enough to break the strongest of minds long before your suit failed. Your own thoughts would become your only companion, in a silence so deep it would feel like a physical presence. It has an electrostatic charge, making it cling to everything, resisting removal. On Mars, every breath, every sip of water, every calorie of food, every watt of power would be a precious, manufactured luxury. You wouldn't find a stream, or a tree, or even a patch of moss. There's water ice, yes, but it's frozen solid, buried, and would require immense energy and complex machinery to extract and purify. Everything, from the air you breathe to the energy keeping you warm, would need to be meticulously transported from Earth, or painstakingly extracted and processed from Martian regolith with advanced, power-intensive machinery in a closed-loop system. Without this infrastructure, without the vast logistical train stretching across the solar system, you have nothing. It's just a very cold, very dead, very alien rock that offers no sustenance. Every moment of your survival would be a monumental engineering feat. It gets into every crevice. It grinds away at moving parts of your suit and equipment, and clogs filters designed to keep your air clean, and it's toxic. Martian dust contains perchlorates, chemicals that can be harmful to human health, affecting the thyroid and potentially causing other long-term issues if inhaled or ingested. Even a tiny breach in your suit, a pinprick, could introduce this insidious poison into your system. And let's not forget the dust storms. These aren't just minor inconveniences you can wait out. They can engulf the entire planet, blotting out the sun for weeks or even months, plunging the surface into perpetual twilight, amplifying the cold and making any form of visibility or solar power generation impossible. If you were trapped in one of these storms, your suit's filters would clog, your vision would be nil. The abrasive particles would slowly wear down any exposed surface, eventually compromising the integrity of your life support. The constant, fine grit would become an omnipresent, irritating, and ultimately destructive force. And the fluctuations are brutal, rapid, and relentless. Mars's gravity is about 1/3 of Earth's. You'd feel lighter, perhaps even capable of bounding leaps initially. A childlike joy might briefly flicker, but this lower gravity, over just a day, would begin its subtle, insidious work on your body. Your bones, no longer bearing Earth's full weight, would start to decalcify, becoming weaker and more brittle. Your muscles, no longer needing to work as hard to support your body, would rapidly atrophy, wasting away. Your cardiovascular system, accustomed to pumping blood against Earth's stronger pull, would struggle, leading to dizziness, lightheadedness, and a general feeling of malaise. Your eyes might even be affected, with changes to your vision due to altered fluid pressure in your head. Your body, finely tuned by millions of years of evolution to a specific gravitational environment, would begin to unravel, slowly adapting to a state of perpetual weakness. Even a single day of Martian gravity would leave you feeling profoundly different, and not in a good way. Every step, every movement would highlight the unfamiliar, draining nature of this new, lighter existence. A Martian day, or so, is only slightly longer than an Earth day, about 24 hours and 37 minutes. But during that time, temperatures can swing by over 100 degrees Celsius. You could be in a comparatively warm spot at noon, feeling a deceptive sense of relief, only for the temperature to plummet to -100 degrees Celsius just a few hours later, as the sun dips below the horizon. Your suit, no matter how advanced, would be fighting a losing battle against the relentless, bone-chilling cold that would seep into your very core, seeking out any weakness, turning your tissues brittle, freezing your lungs if you dared to exhale without filtration. Every component of your suit, every battery, every seal, would be pushed to its absolute thermal limits, constantly on the verge of failure. And all of this is before we even consider the radiation. Earth is protected by a thick atmosphere and a powerful magnetic field that deflects harmful solar and cosmic radiation. Mars has neither. Its thin atmosphere offers minimal protection, and its magnetic field is largely a remnant, providing no global shield. You would be constantly bombarded by high-energy particles from the sun in deep space. Particle events, sudden, violent bursts from the sun, could deliver a lethal dose in minutes. Galactic cosmic rays, originating from supernova light years away, would constantly pepper your body, slicing through your DNA, causing cellular damage. Over just a few hours, this radiation exposure would begin to cause acute radiation sickness, leading to nausea, vomiting, fatigue, and internal bleeding. Over days, it would drastically increase your risk of cancer and irreversible organ damage to every system in your body. It's an invisible killer, seeping through your suit, through your very being, slowly but relentlessly dismantling your body at a cellular level. On Earth, we are cushioned, protected by billions of years of cosmic evolution. On Mars, you are utterly exposed to the raw, unfiltered fury of the cosmos, with no natural refuge. There is no safe place to hide. Then there's the dust. The infamous Martian dust. It's everywhere. Now, let's talk about gravity, and then the isolation. Imagine standing on that vast, desolate landscape, billions of miles from home. Consider the resources, On Earth, we breathe, we drink, we eat, we shelter, all from a relatively abundant, self-replenishing environment. Even the sky, which on Earth offers comforting blues and dramatic clouds, is alien on Mars. And then there's the inevitable, mechanical failure. Your entire existence on Mars hinges on the flawless, continuous operation of highly complex machinery. Even the most basic human frailties become deadly. Sprained ankle, a minor illness, a simple error in judgment. So, while the idea of a day on Mars might sound like an exciting adventure, the reality is a brutal, unforgiving testament to the profound preciousness and unique habitability of our own planet. As you drift off to sleep tonight, perhaps consider the incredible, possible luck of waking up on a world so perfectly suited for life. Good night.